video is gonna be totally inspired for the new year coming up. Happy New Year! So I have these funky glasses. Let me see how cute they look. Let me see. Yeah, my sister's over here. Does it look cute, Christina?
Yeah.
So, I wanted to do a really cool, sexy look for New Year's Eve, and I hope that you recreate this. So, if you want to see how I got this beautiful, smoky, glittery eye, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I started with the e.l.f. primer before putting on my foundation, and I just apply that wherever I have large pores, just to seal in the pores. Now, of course, I am using Milani's Brow Kit, medium. I'm just quickly doing my brows. I do have a tutorial on my channel on the brows if you want to see a full tutorial on that. So this time around I just decided to do my brows before putting on my foundation, but I usually do my foundation first and then my brows. So I went to Sephora and I picked up this sample from Becca and on the foundation, and I really like it. It's full coverage and it's really good on my skin. My skin is dry to combination, and I felt like it really covered any imperfections on my face, and I don't know, I'm still kind of iffy about it before I go pick it up. Good way to always try out products is to go to Sephora and get some samples. My nails look horrible. I need to do my nails. So of course I'm doing my under eye concealer. This time around I used the, the Pro Concealer, the high definition, and then I topped it off with the Maybelline concealer. I'm looking for it and I can't find it, but I'll list all the products down below. So right now I look like a big white face, but I will be contouring and all of that. So I'm using that Airspun Loose Face Powder. I'm going to do what they call baking technique, and I'm just being very exaggerated with the powder here. And what this does is that it seals the under eye concealer and helps it from creasing, and also really highlights your under eye area, especially when you're doing dark eyes. It's very important to make sure that it's nice and bright under your eye area. So I basically am baking everywhere where I put concealer. Now I'm using this Cargo bronzer, which I really love, and I actually use it sometimes without any foundation, and it really holds well and it looks good. So I'm just doing a nice contour there, going all around. And another thing that I'm going to be doing, which you'll see soon, is I'm going to be putting my eye. So some people, what they do is that they do their eyes first, especially when you're using like blacks and dark colors, because of the loose pigments falling on your under eye concealer and then it just becoming a big mess. So one good thing about baking, if you will, you can just sweep away any foliage from your eyeshadow. You'll see that later on. So I'm even baking where I did a little bit of contouring on my nose, and that will keep that area bright as well. So this little tool here, I really don't know the name. I'm going to say it's like a spatula or something, I don't know. I don't know the name of it, but it's an elf, and I bought it at Target. And I just started using it. It's really cool. You have to get used to it though, because it's kind of hard, you know, working on your eyes and doing the blending and then holding that thing. But it's like a shield. It's really, really good, and I do use it. I need more practice with it though, especially when I'm doing a tutorial, because I don't want to cover what I'm doing so that way you guys could see what I'm doing. So I need to perfect that. So that's my usual NYX powder. I'm going to be using that as a transition color. My usual Sephora fluffy brush, blending brush. So, like I said, that's going to be my transition color. So it's going to be like the color that'll seep out of the black. Remember, I always say that it's always good to start with a color that's maybe like 1 or 2 tones darker than your skin color. And I did use eye primer as well, because eye primer, as you know, really picks up the colors of the eyeshadow. Now I'm using the Too Faced palette. I'm going to be using the black, and that's the semi-sweet chocolate bar, by the way. And I'm going to be using the Licorice color. So the technique that I'm doing here is basically, you know, coloring in the outer corner and the inner corner of my eye, leaving the middle part kind of empty. But remember, we did the brown shadow as well there, so because that's going to be where the glitter is going to go. With black, it's super quick. I mean, you could totally mess this up so easily, because the last thing we want is a black eye to mimic, to look like if we have a black eye. So you really have to blend. I cut a lot of this because if not, this video would be like, I don't know, an hour long. But I was like blending and blending and blending and blending and more blending. So you really should, when you're dealing with black eyeshadow, that's not something that you can do really quickly and feel and think that you're going to just run out of the house. You really have to take your time so it can really look good. And you have to try to stay away from your brow bone. So that area right between your eyelid and your eyebrows, because then you're going to look like a big raccoon. So the NYX roll-on glitter thing there, that's like the star of the show. At first, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing here? Because it just was like a big blob. And anyone who has dealt with glitter knows that glitter will get everywhere. And if you screw that up, you're basically screwed. It's like you have to take off everything, because it's going to go everywhere and it's just going to be a big glitter mess. So I was having a little trouble there, but I did put in the Too Faced glitter glue. Again, you can get samples from Sephora if you don't want to pick it up. I think it's like 20 bucks. I had picked up a sample and I just wanted to use it and see. But I do recommend using the glitter glue, but it's not 100% necessary. That roll-on thing from NYX, it really was picking. It's very pigmented and it was coming out. I did pick up the Milani. What is the shadow? The Milani Bella White Satin Matte, and I put that in that area. That's what I'm doing right now first. And then I went ahead and put the glitter in that area. I was just using like a flat shader brush. It's from e.l.f. But I didn't even wet that brush or anything. You could see how pigmented it is. So I think I picked it up for like $3. where else? Target. Then I'm just like kind of going back, making sure that I'm not losing the black color. You could by all means go a little darker if you want to. I wanted kind of like a light smoky eye. I didn't want to go too dark. But this would look totally cool if it was even darker, now that I'm looking at it again. So right now I'm just kind of my lower lash line, I'm just smoking that out. I'm starting again with the brown, of course, and then I'll go in with the black, just so the brown could seep out. I don't know, it just gives it some dimension and it's pretty cool. So the roll-on glitter, like I said, it's really easy. It's not as messy as like loose pigment or loose glitter. I know MAC has gorgeous ones, which I really want. I am going to pick up some, but this is just really easy, especially for beginners like me, to deal with glitter. I don't really deal with glitter as much, but I loved it and just was really, really nice, and especially for an evening look, it's going to really look hot. Now I'm just going with that Milani Bella White color and just brightening up my tear duct area. See that there. So I was just kind of experimenting there, and I thought it would look really pretty to just kind of mimic the same middle part of your eye on my lower lash line as well. Again, you have to be very careful because the last thing you want is a whole bunch of glitter all over your cheek area and stuff like that. So if you've dealt with glitter, again, you know the struggles. But because I had the baking and the loose powder in that area, I was able to just sweep it away with a fluffy brush. So I did the blush, the e.l.f. palette. You guys saw me do that in my other tutorials. I put that in my cheek area, and now I'm putting the Becca. And I'm using this Milani Matte Beauty color. I didn't want to do a dark color, but this color is really pretty. So I wanted to create a fun video for you, basically just showing you smoky eye with a little bit of glitter using this beautiful bottle from NYX, and it's basically like a roll-on. It's super cute and it's very easy to apply. I did apply a little bit of glitter glue from Too Faced, but I don't think that you even need it, to be honest. Maybe just a shadow on top. Okay guys, so that is it for the video. I wish nothing but lots of joy, happiness, success, and health for you and yours for the new, and I will see you next year. Bye!